All right. Welcome back to Dank Scott Traders Hub. I hope you guys are having a great time. You are welcome once again. Right, so this is as usual, you know the drill. This is Dank Scott Traders. We analyze the markets live here. We look into gold, we look into v75, we look into boom 1000, and of course I pick one or two assets that you guys actually recommend after we are done with the very three assets that we focus on right here. So without any further ado, let's get into the prayer. That is our custom. We first pray and then get into the analysis right after that. All right, let's go ahead and pray. Father, we give you praise and we love you. Thank you for this beautiful day that you've given unto us. It's a beautiful morning here in Uganda, and we say thank you that we are back here for yet another session, which is our last session of Forex trading right here on Dank Scott Traders Hub in this week. So we give you praise that we're back here, and we give you all the honor. And as we start today's session, Lord, then we ask for these great entries, great trade setups that we are going to look into, and thank you that we're making more profits than we made yesterday, and where we made a loss, we know you are the God of recovery, so we will recover everything that we lost. We give you praise, we give you all the honor. In Jesus' name we've prayed and believed. Amen and amen. All right. Thank you, Robina, for joining in. You're requesting we add jump 10. Yeah, I will actually analyze jump 10 now that you've talked about it. The only issue is we now focus on the other three. So every other time I'll be picking, every other session I'll be picking the ones that you guys recommend in the comment section, so that we can also analyze that same asset. But otherwise, thank you. I'll be, now that you are the very first one to recommend it, I'll be checking it on today, and we will analyze it to look at how it's doing today. All right, so thank you guys for joining once again. Please, if it is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss the next analysis. The next analysis today is going to be BTC analysis, but then for this very session of 10:30 a.m. East African time, we will be having it on Monday. That will be our next session. Today is a Friday, and we stop trading on a Friday. So without any further ado, let's get into the analysis. Right, we start with gold as usual. You know, we changed how we the assets we analyze, and you guys voted for 3 of those. We voted for gold, boom 1000, and v75. So let's start with gold as usual. Please go ahead and share the link, share to those that you want you know, to bring around for trading, and of course, you never know, they may get interested in understanding this business. Some people still think it is a scam, it is gambling. Yeah, so you can bring them around so that they can understand that this is no gambling, this is business like any other business. All right, so yesterday, let me show you what happened. This was yesterday. Just put this off a bit. This was gold yesterday. We knew that a lot of the momentum was towards sell yesterday. The bias was all sales yesterday. We wanted sales from that point, 47.50. That's where we were looking for sales. 47.50, and yeah, we started our sales. Those who were in the analysis, we actually made an entry and hit our first TP, which was here. Those who were here, our first TP was here, and that's where we made our entry. We made our entry on M5 when price went below our 10 MA, actually on M1. Let me just show it to you right here. That's where we made our entry. No, it was right here, not this level. It was right here. We had our TP right here. It was a scalp move, of course. That was our first TP right there. So we entered our sales right there and hit our TP. Our second TP was all the way down below. That's where we wanted our other TP to be. So it came and gave us a fake breakout, then returned, played games, then went all the way back until later in the day when it dropped massively to hit our TP. By that time, I was not in the markets. By that time, I had moved already out of the markets. So it came and hit the target that we had already anticipated, as you can clearly see. So those who actually followed the analysis, I believe you were able to make that money. The only challenge I did, the reason why I could not enter it again was it gave me that break of structure. I did not analyze it after that. To actually anticipate this other move. That's why I moved out of the market, because I had already made some good money on that very early morning move. Yeah. So what happened after that? So price came to that level. Let's go to M15 to look at it properly. What is that level? That is an order block, and then that one down below, some support here, that support level, and then that's where we are currently. We are reacting from that support level on M15. Now, what does that tell us? Let's now first delete yesterday's things so we can now focus on today. So we saw that we have a change of character on M15. That was a fake breakout there. That was a fake breakout. Now we have a change of character. We have our first lower low here, a lower high there. Are we going to see this drop? Still valid, but I want to first check on H4 before we can make conclusions. Let's start on the daily time frame. Let's see how yesterday closed. I want to first remove this. Now first remove it, because I want to see clearly the candle. So yesterday's daily candle, clearly you see how it closed. That is how it closed. Rejection, a lot of rejection coming in from sellers. You can clearly see that. Today has started with some buy kind of momentum. Now it is being rejected by sellers. So today we are likely to drop. Now remember, I told you on H4, it left a fair value gap there. That is liquidity to be grabbed already. That is liquidity to be grabbed on that fair value gap. So it left the fair value gap there, but also a valid order block where this buy momentum started from. And as we speak, you can clearly see the body did not break that 47.50 level. You can clearly see actually to your left that we had an order block right about there. That is our very last lower high there, where price has now reacted to. So I told you yesterday, if it breaks that level, it will go all the way to 4,800. Right there, it would have gone to 4,800, but it did not break it. You can see that clearly it reacted on that order block. So as we speak, price is looking for the momentum to drop massively to mitigate this fair value gap or this order block down below. So right now I'm going to be looking at pushing this a little further right there, because I need space. That other analysis, that arrow is for the daily and weekly analysis. In fact, I think it is for the weekly analysis, but as of now we want to understand daily and H4 analysis. This is what we need in the market. That is still what we need. Price to drop either here or down below here for us to get our buy momentum to continue. Why? Because we know daily we are still very bullish, yeah, but we cannot be that bullish before a pullback to grab to mitigate this fair value gap and that order block and then we get enough momentum to break that strong high above there and continue with the buys just like we need them on the higher time frame. So having seen this on H4, price is now below our 10 MA on H4. That tells us to drop to H1. Are we ready to sell? Yeah, we are ready to sell on H1. Why? Because we have a change of character right about there. So this is our lower low, lower high there. But is that confirmed on M30? Yes. M15? Yes. So we know we are gonna be selling. Now, before I can enter any sales, I have this very high. That high left an order block there. The very order block that dropped this sell momentum to hit our TP. That order block hasn't been mitigated yet. But from our case, from this very point where we stand, you clearly see that it went to mitigate 61.8. Now price can choose to drop massively from there and continue with the sales, but it can also choose to first go again and mitigate that order block. Now, so if this is looking for buys, if M15 is actually looking for buys, because that's what we are looking at according to CCI and RSI, look at that, we are oversold and price is trying to look for this move. It's trying to look for that move according to CCI. So I may drop to M5 and look at whether we can enter the buys to take us to that order block first. Then from that order block on M15 we drop with this sell, because it is going to be looking for stop losses of the early sellers right about there to drop massively and come here and come all the way to these here to these levels, the fair value gap and the order block on H4. I hope this is very clear, guys, and you are ready for this. So let's go to M5. What are we seeing? Do we have a change of character? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. On M15 actually, we do have it on M15. This was our lower low, then this was never a low, this was a high, then that became, actually this is where we saw a change of character, because this was our very lower low. Yeah, according to M15, M5, this was a low change of character here, then fake break of structure, then we have a high, a higher low, high, low, high there, and then we start to consolidate. So how are we going to sell this? Yet we have a strong high there. I mean, we see according to M1 the buys are on. The momentum I'm actually going to be looking at tonight, in this very session of London session, we are going to see this buy move. We are likely seeing that buy move to reach there. We are going to see that buy move. Some very weird, it's a very weird level where we actually are not seeing any entries confirmed yet. It's gonna be something I'm gonna have to be patient with, because price is likely to do that and then drop again, but to where? That's the very weird thing. Either back here, or around this very level right here. So right now it's gonna be for me until I have another a little pullback down below, for me to actually have a better entry according to M1, where I will not be risking a lot. But as of now, the buy is on for scalpers. We are going to be looking for that buy, and then as New York comes around, we will be looking for this drop. If it fails to break this level to go ahead and reach that 4800 right there. If it fails to break that level to go to 4800, but as of now, there, according to H4, if we see that pullback there, we are anticipating sales according to H4 to first drop. Now H1 already is looking for sales, and M30, it's M15 that is not looking for sales, it is looking for buys, and this buy, expecting the buy to be done with when it reaches that order block, and then we can start some sales. Seen according to actually continue all the way to 4800 right about there, that 100 right about there, that level. So whatever happens at level, so whatever happens, unless you see a confirmation of sales, don't rush into looking for sales when the New York comes around. First wait for confirmation. All right, sorry guys, apologies, something was quite wrong with my internet. I had to first stabilize it, so apologies. I don't know if you guys were able to pick up anything I said about gold, but I'll be doing that again, so hopefully you guys will be able to understand it. But as of now, let's first talk about Boom 1000. Hopefully it's not gonna buffer again and we have a smooth stream. All right, so Boom 1000 yesterday, we made a loss because the pullback I was looking at there yesterday did not happen exactly how I anticipated it, and we had already made an entry. We made a loss. That was a loss there on that level. We wanted the pullback there, then we can continue with sales. Yeah, it happened, gave us that fake change of character to confirm the reversal here on that very support level, and then later when it was dropping to give us a higher low, it continued. That's how we were looking to enter the buys. So it continued and took us out. So we made a loss there on Boom 1000. So now we want to talk about today. How can we recover that loss? All right, so starting with daily time frame, let's start from all the way there. What are we seeing? Yesterday dropped, yesterday closed as a strong sell. Delete these, delete that there, delete that also, delete this. All right, so we wanted buys from there. That's the buy from that very level on H4. On H4, this was the buy on H4 that we were anticipating. When price reacts there, it failed to respect it, so now this we can also delete. Now the next destination is this valid order block on H4. That's where price is coming to. According to daily time frame, we are already on that order block of daily time frame, so price can decide to right now continue from there or drop all the way to H4 order block. Apparently we are on the daily order block, but it's not enough. We wait for the H4 order block. Right here is where we saw our change of character. Remember that's where we are getting our bias from. The buy momentum has to continue from this order block. So the sell is currently on because it's a pullback to mitigate the order block and get us into buys again. All right, so having seen this, let's now drop to M15. Can we sell? M15? Yeah, we may. First go to H1. Yes, we are selling. M30, we are looking for buys, same as M15. but this can still do the same thing it did yesterday. So we cannot trust what we are seeing currently. We can only follow. This was a break of structure here, gave us a lower low, lower high there. That means this should be dropping. This should be dropping exactly the same leg like that. So having seen this, according to H1, this leg has to be the same like that to hit our order block on H4. So if you go to M15, I will enter sales only and only if price breaks this. This will be a short trade sell, probably to recover the loss that we incurred yesterday. But other than that, I wouldn't have entered it. I would not recommend to enter it, but because I want to recover the loss of yesterday, I may decide to make that short sell move. Let me go to M5. M5 is clearly looking for sales, so if I enter now, it's kind of crazy and tricky, because it might give me another pullback and take me out. Because if I enter now, that means my stop loss will be around this level right here. If I enter my sales, my stop loss will be, I'll be forced to put it around there, which is quite tricky. Price may take me out. So for me to be safe, I would wait for a breakout and probably enter immediately, or a little pull, any little pullback that gives me an entry to actually sell. And any pullback that does that, makes me to have my stop loss all the way there, to have my TP and look for a 1 to 2 as it drops down below to this level. So that's it. That's what I'm going to be aiming for as we continue to trade. So boom 1,000, that's the only way I see how to make this money today and recover. So if I see any pullback, that will be enough for me to make the sell. If I see a breakout here and probably M5 closes below that, or M15, I'll be making my sell move. M15 actually, if M15 closes below this level, then I'll be making the sell move. But until then, I'll talk to the internet provider once this stream is done. But as of now, apologies. Let's now get back to the analysis. Hope it won't do the buffering again as we start. So v75, let's look at it. Yesterday, this also played games and took us out, but I was expecting it. When it failed to break this range, I knew that it was going to take me out, because we had already made our entries right there, like I had told you right there. So there was an entry for the EA, but also our analysis showed us we were looking for that kind of a buy according to M15 to continue at least react there, and then we come in with our sells. So that's why we actually made buy entries yesterday. But it played games around that range and then later broke it, and that's how it took us out with our stop losses there, and then came and mitigated this fair value gap. Those who remember that fair value gap is the H4 fair value gap. If I can zoom in a little bit and you see that is the fair value gap. And then we had an order block here, a valid order block on H4. Now it's where price dropped massively to reach. Now the EA, for it, once it made that loss, it actually later entered after that pullback, a little pullback, it made the entry for the sell. And it hit TP today morning. That is the EA that is attached to this v75. Now that we've seen all that happened yesterday, we can talk about today. Yesterday was a loss, and now I have to recover, though it was not that big a loss. It wasn't that of a big loss. Now I want to delete all that. Let's now start from H4. So this level has been reached, so I can delete these two. Now we need buys from this order block to the upside. Are we ready for the buys? New H4 has started. Clearly the previous H4 closed with enough momentum from sellers, even with a rejection from buyers to drop down for sells. According to M15 though, we are looking for buys, but price action still says we are bearish. Why? Because that is a break of structure. This is our lower low here, so we can only wait now until we see price market structure shift on M15. We cannot get in with a sniper entry to the buy, to the upside, looking for the buys that we need from that level. If it fails to give us a market structure shift on M15, then it might still drop to reach this other level, because H4 still seems to be strongly bearish. So it might drop to this level if it fails to give us a market structure shift on M15. All we need is a market structure shift, either price to break this level or to give us a lower low, fail to break a new lower low, and then give us a market structure shift or a change of character to anticipate our upside move, to anticipate this kind of a move to this level right about there. So until then, this is a no-go for us. We cannot do anything until we see a market structure shift or a reversal signal on M15 that we can use to anticipate. We can use to make that kind of pullback move according to M15 H1. According to daily time frame, we are looking for sales. That's the strong momentum, but where we are, we need buys first, which will be a pullback either to there, but we can use our fib and understand where price may actually come back to. If we use our fib to that level, that means it will be coming to this order block right about there where this strong drop started from. So that will be our point of interest to anticipate a pullback to, according to M15 and H1. Once price reacts there, it can easily come to this order block and continue with the sales, or break it, come to this other level right there. Remember, down below here we have a daily order block. Down below here we have this daily order block, which is a valid order block according to daily time frame, where this buy momentum started from to the upside. Once we mitigate that, we know we will be starting the buys to break that strong resistance level above there. So all this is all waiting to be confirmed, but as of now we are looking for buys to take us there, and once we are there, we get in to enter a strong drop according to the higher time frame, a strong drop to drop all the way to that daily order block. So if you are one of the traders who love trading V75, today we anticipate a pullback buy on M15 to reach that level, and then hopefully we get in with sales once again to drop massively. So we wait for a confirmation of this buy move, and then we enter our buys. All right, the other bonus asset we received from Robina is J10. Jump 10 is our bonus asset today. I'll be waiting for another one because we still have some time, and then after that, let me see how. After that, we'll look at gold again, because I analyzed it when internet was buffering, so I'm not sure if you guys were able actually to understand and see exactly everything that I talked about it. All right, so I see Patrick. Yeah, it was for the 3. That's why you saw I shared the results. Yeah, gold, boom 1000, and v75. That's why you saw they were the most voted, because we are looking for 3 that we can actually give a lot of time, that we can sometimes even wait for entries. In fact, having said that, I want to go back to gold and see. Yes, gold is still not yet where we want it, so I'm still not ready to make an entry on gold, because I want to make buy entry either when it breaks that level, or if it does pull back a little bit down again. That will be enough for me. It hasn't reached this retracement level on CCI, so it still has a long way to give us a confirmation. So J10, let's talk about J10 now. The last time we saw it, I think it was on Monday or Tuesday, I don't remember, one of those days. I had told you, I think it's still Patrick who had recommended, it's Patrick who had recommended it to, so we can analyze it. I told you we will see this drop down to this level, which was an M15 order block. It was an M15 order block. Let me show it to you right there. You can clearly see the anticipation was to the pullback. This level here, we had an order block here, either there to start our buy move, or all the way here. What it did, it dropped to the second one, which was a valid order block where this buy momentum started from, and then the buys started. The buy started. This was, I think, on Monday, so the buy move started from there, but it's been consolidating ever since that time. We haven't seen a big move according to the higher time frame, so we had a fake breakout. This now can be a signal that we are likely now to break these levels right about there. In fact, I want to have this drop a little bit to a level like that. I want to see where, around there. That is our last level where price reacted to, then dropped to that. Now it's looking to come again to that level. So yeah, look at this. This was a change of character right here. Why? This was a break of structure, giving us a higher high, higher low, then failed to give us a new high, then dropped, gave us a change of character to drop all the way to the valid order block. Now price reacted to it and then dropped again massively, and then here gave us a fake breakout, then went back again inside. So if price breaks that level, then we are in for a business to push us into the uptrend. That is enough on M15. Let's talk about higher time frame before we can do anything, before we can confirm anything. All right, according to daily time frame, I want to remind you guys that that is an oversold signal coming in from daily time frame, which tells us that we need buys. And today's candle already, yesterday's candle, you can clearly see it. It was an indecision sort of candle, and today's candle started as a buy, and we currently seeing a rejection coming in from sellers according to that candle. According to H4, on the other hand, the previous H4 was a sell move candle. The current one is actually a buy candle, and it started strongly. So what can we talk about that? Remember, H4 daily time frame, we need buys. How about H1? Do we need buys? Yes, we still need buys. M30, no, we need sells. That means we are not yet ready for any, we are not yet ready for any we are not yet ready for any buys yet on the lower time frame. Looking at that, that becomes a strong resistance level on M30 and M15. Clearly you will see that. Let's look for the one on M15. Let's go with that. So yeah, that becomes a strong resistance level on M15. According to M15, price is still looking to pull down to this level, so it is still ranging. J10, it is ranging within these two ranges, this range right here, and you can look for a sell. Let's actually look, let's confirm a sell here and enter this sell today. According to M5, this is a change of character, so all you need is a pullback to that order block so that you can enter your sell move. Today is gonna give us a sell because it's still ranging, so all you need is pullback to that OB and then a drop to this other range level. You have your first TP right about here and your second TP right down below here. And then actually, if you are an intraday trader and a scalper, this can be your first TP, second TP, third TP, all the way to this range on M15. So that is it. First TP here, second TP here, third TP all the way down below here. And your entry, you want to anticipate your entry from there. That is the very order block that gave us this drop, so it's a valid order block on M5 to anticipate a pullback to before you can make your sell move. If you go to M1, you clearly see it. Scalpers, you can wait for an entry to enter your buys to take you all the way up there. Why? Because it's likely to give us another drop once it reaches here, to probably come to a level like this and confirm your buy move to take you where? To take you all the way back and break this level, because it's likely to react on that level on M1 and then drop again either to there or to this order block right around here. So that's where I would wait for my sniper entry for this buy move and then a sell move, and then you know the rest. I hope this is very clear. That's how we do a top-down analysis, all the way from the daily time frame to H4 to H1 to M30, M15, and then you drop to look for your sniper entry, look for scalp move, look for intraday trader move, and then of course you look for a swing. This will be a swing low. You swing it all the way from that high to this very low, all the way down here. That's it. Okay, Patrick, I'm waiting for your own asset. Probably one. We will pick one from your assets and then we will go for that. And I hope yesterday you made money on J50, because we analyzed it and actually it paid good. It paid good. So I don't know if you want us to analyze it again or you have another asset, but I'm waiting for one more asset before we can go back to gold and look at it closely. All right, yeah, so as I wait for your for your asset, for the next asset, bonus asset, let's go back to gold a bit. Okay, that move has happened. I don't think we are going to see it come back again. Why? Because this is where we saw a change of character on gold, and so price has been reacting to that level. We might actually see a breakout here. We might see a breakout right here. We might see a breakout right here. Now it's likely not to drop down again here, because this was the valid order block right here. That was a valid order block right there. So yeah, it has left us. It has left us. All right, Patrick says J50. Jump 50. Oh yes, Robina says jump 50. So let's now look at jump 50. Yesterday it paid us good. I hope you guys were able to enter it, because we analyzed it perfectly. It actually responded to the analysis. So J50 as our second bonus asset for today. So J50, let's start from the analysis yesterday. We wanted a pullback to there, or a drop to mitigate, because we wanted our buys here, or if it gave a little bit of a fake breakout down below for the entry. So it reacted exactly to that M15 order block. That M15 order block, you can clearly see that one there. So it reacted to it, and immediately the buys began from there. Went ahead without any strong pullbacks to hit the target. That was our target, where we were anticipating the sales from, according to higher time frame. So I hope you made money. I hope you made money, Patrick. Now we can delete all this and we look at the buy move. And look at today's setup. Right, so we needed sales from there. I think that is according to H4. Let's look at it. Start from the daily time frame. Now on a daily time frame, clearly we had that order block where this drop started from, and now price has gone back to it. So today has been a strong sell day, a buys day. Look, currently, as we can all attest to it, it's been a strong buy momentum ever since the day began. Look at those two H4 candles, strong H4 candles right there. Now, according to H4, this is where we saw a change of character right here. This was our higher high, higher low, high there, and then dropped to break that higher low to give us a change of character. Then gave us a lower low here, lower high, then dropped, failed to break that, and now we see a change of character to the upside right here. Now remember, this is internal. This is an internal structure right here. This is an internal structure. This change of character is considered as an internal structure. This is our external structure for the drop. So this is internal. It can lead us into, it can be a fake change of character to later give us the drop, or we may continue with the momentum of buys. But according to what we see, the buyers still have the say. According to H4, looking at where we are, it was trying to react back to that retracement level on CCI and RSI. So that is a signal that we are getting, so which means that we may actually continue with the buys. According to H4, daily time frame, the buys are still on, clearly looking at that, looking at the CCI. And according to H4, yes, we are still looking for this move to hit overbought level, meaning we are still very bullish. According to H1 though, we are oversold, overbought. We are overbought. I want to first zoom in here. We've reached that very order block there on H4. Let's go to M15, sorry. We have a higher high, higher low. Now we have a new higher high, but on the H4 order block. So this is one of those that you might want to wait. You might want to wait. Why do I say that? Now, we thought we wanted price at least to react to a level like that, or these other order blocks. And according to daily time frame, when it did that that pullback, it did not even react to 50%, neither to 61.8. So that doesn't give me a strong signal to actually continue with the buys. No, that doesn't give me a strong signal to actually look for the buys. You can see clearly this level, it was only the wicks that broke that level. So that is no break of structure or break of that resistance level. So if price now fails to break it again, and probably the next H4 candles start to drop, and I get a reversal signal on M15, I'm going to sell. Why? Because of the previous, how the previous level closed, how this previous level closed. So I'm still looking for the sales because of these two things. Let me show them to you. Number one, price on the pullback did not mitigate 50%. This is the low that gave us that high. So this pullback would have made sense if it reacted at least on 50% or 61.8, but it did not reach any of those. We can't consider 38.2 to actually look for the buys. That's not even part of discount zone. You have to look for buys in the discount zone. Discount zone is anything below 50% of fib. Price never reached that. Now we have these two order blocks. For us to consider a strong buy momentum, price has to mitigate. On SMC, price has to mitigate either fair value gap, a strong fair value gap like this right here, like this fair value gap, which is actually within, which is reacting around, which is around 61.8. As you can clearly see, that is a strong fair value gap to anticipate. And then a valid order block like this right here, where this buy momentum move started from, right here. So until I see until I see buys, a confirmation of buys on M15, I'm not going to look for buys. Or until I see a breakout right here, I'm not going to consider any buys. I'm actually going to wait for M15 to give me a market structure shift for me to look for the sells, not buys. I'm actually going to wait for that. If I get any market structure shift or a breakout here, that is a confirmation for me to make sell moves to drop all the way where? To 61.8, a fair value gap on daily time frame like that, or to drop all the way to this valid OB on daily time frame, which is this. So all I need now is to wait for a market structure shift on M15. That will be enough for me to make the sells on this asset J50. Hope you guys had a great time. We have about 1 minute. Let's move to a recap and we call it a day. So we started with gold. We started with gold and we have a breakout, which is a good thing now. Now we are going to wait for this pullback to have at least to come to 50, to come to a discount zone. At least any discount zone will work for us to have an entry to push us for this kind of a buy. Yeah, now before I can go into this, let's start from where it all started from. These levels. All right, just zoom in. So we are looking for a buy move first according to M15. This is our anticipation today. We're looking for a buy move to there, mitigate that order block. We may see a breakout. If we see a breakout, then price will be continuing to that level 4800. Then we can probably anticipate sales from there. But if it fails to break this order block on M15 and H1, then we will be anticipating this massive drop to mitigate this H4 fair value gap and order block down below. It can either come to there and give us buys or drop to their order block and give us the buy momentum. But for now and today, we are likely to see more of buys first before we see sells. So that's why my anticipation is price to give us a pullback. Right about now on M5, let me show you this. We have a change of character. That's why I'm not going to rush into looking for the buy now. Yes, we have seen a breakout there on M1, but a pullback to a level like that, it'll give me a better entry for this kind of a buy. So on M5 we have now a change of character, so dropping all the way back to a level like 61.8 will be a very good point for us to look for the entries for the buy. That's why I'm gonna wait for a pullback. It's all the way here. Looking at M1 now, it may come all the way there for my better entry move to push me all the way for this kind of a buy. This will be a sniper entry on M1. If I see that, I will not hesitate to make my buy entries. Why? Because now it is a confirmed buy move. All right, so that is gold. So today I'm just gonna wait for this. It's gonna be one of those that I have to wait for to have a sniper. With gold, when you get a sniper, you enjoy the money. If you get it wrong, you better have a small stop loss compared to your profit, because if you get it wrong, you lose. If you get it right, you make much. So that's it. That's gold. And please, remember I told you guys, if it is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, so that YouTube can keep on pushing us as we keep on delivering these analysis to you guys for free. Otherwise, I appreciate it for you guys coming around. Yeah, you're welcome, Patrick. Hope the analysis will do us good even today to make some good money. And of course, I told you, those who have a small account of gold, you can't afford to trade the spot gold, like that spot gold, you rather go for the gold micro. This is gold micro. You can rather go to that and use it. Gold micro is there. It is connected to one of my robots, so that's why you can see it is already in a sell move. I don't know why it is looking for a sell first, but for us, we are looking for a buy, so we'll see about that. So yeah, you can go for a gold micro. With gold micro, you are able to enter even with $1. You can enter gold and make some money with gold micro. But with gold spot, you may not even make an entry, whether you have $5, or some accounts you may not even make an entry whether you have $10. So you need to be having some good money on gold. And of course, even the risk is different. With gold micro, you're risking cents. With gold spot, you're risking a lot of money. Yeah. All right, so that's it. Let's now get back to this. We wait for this kind of a move and then a buy move later. We also looked at Boom 1000. We wanted, if we get a breakout M15 to cross below that level, we enter sales. Now it has closed below that level, and now I think I can enter sales. I think I can choose to enter sales. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm entering sales right now. I'm gonna enter sales because the M15 candle closed below that. Now this is one-off. It's gonna be a one-off to have a big stop loss. It's gonna be a one-off for me to have a big stop loss compared to my TP. It's gonna be a one-off. Let me see. This is H4 order block. Where's the M15 order block? I want to put my TP on the M15 order block. So that's where we are going to do this. We are selling, guys. We are selling Boom 1000. I haven't put my stop loss because I want to first see whether I will be making a 1 to 2 or a 1 to 3. So yeah, My stop loss should be there, that's why I still have that there, but I want to be very sure of what I'm doing first. So the sell is on, it's only stop loss that is an issue now. I want to see the M15 order block. Eesh. It's not that good. Let's use H1 order block. Let's use H1 order block. Price to come to this order block on H1, and then we start our buy, or we go for the 50% of this order block. Yeah, it's better that way. So here we'll be having at least a 1 to 3. So if we have a 1 to 3, I can now have a way to have my stop loss all the way there. If I do that, I believe I'll be having my 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. So that is a 1, that is a 1, that is a 2, or 2 point something, which is okay. So at least now I can remain with this. If it was less than a 1 to 2, I would not have made this entry. I will not have made this entry. So if I go to H1, yeah, we are selling. Just get this. Let me just share this with my VIP guys so that they can enter the same, and we call it a day. We call it a day. So ladies and gentlemen, hope you had a great time with me. We'll be back here for this analysis on Monday, but remember, today at 10 minutes past 1 we'll be back here for the synthetic index analysis. We'll be back here for the synthetic index analysis. Oh no, for the BTC analysis, sorry. We'll be back here for the BTC analysis. We will be back here for the BTC analysis. All right, I don't know what is happening. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute here. I get TP here. All right, so now let's wind up with our V75. V75, we need, okay, this bot has entered a sell now, but we need a buy first, then a sell later. But only and only if we see a market structure shift. If we see a market structure shift. So until then, we don't have any entry for either buys or sells. That is according to our analysis. So for now, all I need is a market structure shift on M15. If I get it on M15, then I'll be looking for the buys to reach there, and then later we enter sells because we are still selling strong. That is our higher time frame momentum or bias on M15. Now according to M5, that is a change of character right there for the buys, but not yet confirmed, so we will be waiting for more to be confirmed. Then we also analyze J10. Oh man, that is fast. That is fast, but it has not touched that order block. That is fast. In just a few minutes, price has done that. Look at how we've missed the entry. In just few minutes, price has just done that. Just few minutes, less than 10 minutes. that it's gonna go back there. It's gonna go back there. So I may not now look for this scalp move of the buy that we wanted. Now it actually might, we might wait for the sell. Once it reaches there, I will be entering a sell, because price is gonna go back up again. It's gonna go back up again. For scalper, you have an entry here because price has now mitigated 61.8 level, fib retracement level. So you have an entry to enter your buy as a scalper on M1 to reach again that order block on M15 right there. So that's it. That is on jump 10. Jump 50, we need a market structure shift on M15 before we can think of sells, or wait for price to break that level and you come in with your sells. Until then, we are still very bullish. Only M15 market structure shift will give us the drop, or will give us a confirmation to enter sells. I cannot enter any buys unless price breaks that level to take us to that other level. For now, no business. I will wait for M15 to confirm all that. That's it, guys. Let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading day. I will be back to analyze BTC. We have a lot to catch up with. So those who are enthusiasts of crypto and BTC will be back here. Don't mind about this whole thing. Those who have been following it will understand it. So we'll be coming back at 10 minutes past 1 for this analysis of BTC. Let me wish you guys a good day. See you on Monday for the usual analysis. But for the BTC, I've told you, we still have a few hours to come. In a few minutes, in a few hours to come, we'll be analyzing that at 10 minutes past 1, and we get that done with also today, as we call it a week. See you guys next week. Bye bye.